welcome back to the channel. If you haven't seen my face before, hello, Carol. Today's video is 8-month update. If I'm honest, I'm in disbelief that I'm still around for this long. I don't really know what to say. Sometimes there's a lot of thoughts, sometimes there are none. And wrote down some things that I've been feeling, so if I look down, that's why. I guess this would be a low 8-month grief update. It feels bizarre that I'm saying that because I just can't believe that it's been that long. It feels like it has been a really long time because I've been waiting and waiting for him to come back, but I know he's not gonna. And it also feels like it was just yesterday that I saw him. It's a weird feeling. Yeah. So this is nothing new, I guess. 1 second I feel insanely grateful, hopeful to life, and want to go after everything that, I've ever wanted in life. But at the same time, I also feel guilty to be even saying that I love living, I love life. It feels wrong to say that, it feels wrong to feel that way. And the next second, I just want to die. It's all this miserable thoughts that, how am I gonna live on? How am I gonna do this without him? Because you can't just move on and erase all the memories. Not saying that I want to, but memories that are so deep in your core, it pains you that you can't create more memories with that person anymore. And so erasing it seems like the ideal solution, but do that. I don't know. And also because of what happened, the concept of death messes with you. Like, I remember before what happened, I was never really, I've never experienced death in my life, and so like a loved one dying, I didn't know how it felt like. This whole thing messes with you, it makes you feel the extremities of things. The insanely grateful part, which I mentioned earlier, and also the insanely miserable part. This is what I mean by both life and death is pulling me apart with all these forces, and I don't know what to do with it, because like I said, I love just life. I love being able to live. I do love the idea of that, but at the same time, if you've known me since I was probably 10, you know that I've been suicidal since, but I'm somehow still around. And so there's two sides of constant battles. Just pulls me apart every second of the day, and I don't know how to deal with it, if I'm honest. Most people can tell me, go to therapy, talk to someone, or better yet, just move on. Most people in my life have told me that. Just move on. They just treat it like it's just another thing I have to deal with. I honestly feel sorry for them that they have literally no empathy at all. I'm not saying that I want sympathy or empathy from them, but like at least be a little more human-like, if you know what I'm saying. And at the start, during the first few months, I tried my best to find any resources that I could online to get support, because I knew that I would need it eventually. And I don't know if I've already mentioned this. As I said, my memories is fucked because of what happened. I got to 2 grieving support groups, and the first one I joined, and I was just like sharing, you're all in your own world, which is, but like, it just didn't feel right. It felt really just weird. But I'm so grateful that I gave it another chance, and I joined the second one that I found. And when I'm telling you that these people, they're genuinely like a family of mine, and it's really sad what brought us together, and it's really sad we know each other because of that same reason of loss. But it's a very special kind of connection, and it's a very special kind of bond that will never be lost because of what you've all lost, And these people are literally like one of the only people that I kind of converse with. I don't really talk to anyone anymore, and to be honest, I don't even really know how to talk anymore. I'm being completely, frank. This past week and past few days, and today has been just really, I'm at a bottom, I'm hovering over there, and I don't know how to get up, almost. I don't know, it's just felt weird and lonely and awful. Yeah, past few days and week have been awful. Just yesterday, actually, I remember some days I feel normal, like I just go about my day normally. And some days, like yesterday, that burst of misery was just in me, and people that are really close to me, which no one really is anymore. And if you really look into it, you would know that I haven't really started grieving. I thought I have the past few months, but deep down I know that I haven't, because I'm just not letting it happen. I don't think I can. I just don't think I can at this moment. I can't. And so I just keep suppressing, and sometimes this little burst of thing that I just can't seem to suppress anymore, then they come out. And that was yesterday, and I just felt like putting myself in a car and driving right into a wall. And with it, I burn. I just want to ram myself into a wall. Anyways, here's a little something that I shared with the grief support last Friday. Practicing gratitude. Like how I mentioned earlier, that the concept of death kind of messes with you. This is one of the things that I've noticed helped in a way, is practicing gratitude. I feel like it's very important, which sounds ironic because when you're so miserable, you'd be like, how am I supposed to be grateful for things, you know? Like I've just lost the most important person in my life. Like, how am I supposed to do that? Which is true, but one thing I've noticed is that gratitude, being grateful, just looking for things to be grateful for, it kind of is what helps me look or stay on the bright side of most and not fall to the dark side. So yeah, but I hope that is helpful to you. And I guess in the end, I feel all of this simultaneously. I feel hopeful, I feel scared, and I feel guilty. Sometimes all at once, sometimes one each day, and that is what makes me feel insane. But also I'm somebody that just need to find a solution to things. With death, you can't cheat death. There's nothing you can do about it. There's no solutions to solving death. Not yet anyways, and I am not a witch or whatever it is. I don't know how to resurrect someone, and so I don't have a solution. And when I'm that kind of person, when I don't have a solution, it will actually eat me alive. And so it practically is eating me alive. I don't know what to say. I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over again, but that is just genuinely how I feel. I don't know. Like I said, I feel guilty to even say that I love living life and to wanna live and enjoy life. Like it makes you think that, you know, he left. So yeah, it's a way of fucking with your mind and like, why do I get to do this? Why do I get to live? And then, like, what? It doesn't make sense, you know? Like, even though none of it was my fault, it's a very confusing feeling. And it's something that it feels like I'm going forward 1 second and then I'm falling backwards by 3 steps. And that cycle just keeps on repeating itself. I feel so sick of it. I'm sick of grieving. I'm sick of being so... Am I grieving? I know I'm suppressing it. I don't know anything anymore. Sorry. This grieving update, you can probably tell that I'm not in my greatest state of mind, and sorry I can't be a source of inspiration or motivation or a person to help make you feel better, but I hope that at least me sharing of what I am feeling, that you don't feel alone. I really hope for that. And each time these bursts come out, I've noticed that it's intensified over the course of the few months, and I know that if I suppress any more longer, then it's probably gonna come out like a volcano someday. I know that day is gonna come, but because I don't think I can. I just can't let myself grieve. Not yet. Something a really close friend of mine told me is that emotions, they're just temporary, which can sound really cold, but that's true, you know. Emotions are really temporary, and I want you to know that, because you can come back to this video and listen to this, that emotions are temporary, good or bad. So know that when you're really, really miserable, that too will pass. And yes, it will come back, but it's temporary. I need you to hold on to that. And I want you to be really grateful for when the good moments come. And hold on, okay? Hold on. I know. We all miss them. I miss him every single day. Please hold on. Because knowing that you guys are holding on, it also gives me the strength to keep going. Love you all. Bye. Hey everyone. So I just got news on this report, and basically the cause of death is found. I mean, it was found a long time ago. There was just some drama around it. But anyways, basically I found out the reason and cause of death from them. And I have a hard time collecting my thoughts these days. So wrote some things down here. It was stated in the report that it's antidepressants that killed him. And that it was found that he did take many antidepressants from that night. That is what I don't get though, because I don't know if it's many kinds of antidepressant, because it wasn't stated. It was just said that the cause of death is from antidepressants. It didn't say what type. So I don't know if it was just one type of antidepressant or many types. That's what I'm kind of confused about. From what I know, I think he only had like one antidepressant, or like two the most. And it was prescribed from his addiction psychologist. I don't know how I feel. At the start, I remember telling you guys that I know for a fact that he didn't want to kill himself. There's no way in hell he wanted to. And I believe that to this day. But because of his history of drug abuse, some of our mutual friends, we all had some idea of what it might have been. But I was like, no, I have faith in him. Even after all the lying he's done. And I was like, no, I had faith in him. Just wait for the report and see what comes out of it, because he told me he's even off the prescription that the psychologist had prescribed him. So he wasn't on anything anymore. Most people thought it was the drugs that he was doing, ketamine or whatever, stimulants or whatever. I don't know much about drugs, but basically drugs for pleasure or to give you some kind of chemicals in your head. And I was like, no, just wait for a report. I have faith in him. And I still have faith in him, because he told me he didn't do it anymore. And I believed him. I don't know how I feel, because it was the antidepressant that killed him. Because if it was drugs, it was because of addiction, because of pleasure or pain that he was trying to cope with. But antidepressants, that means he was trying to heal, right? I don't know how I feel. But they said that it was the swelling of his lungs that killed him from the antidepressants. Made his lungs swell up, and it got so swollen that it couldn't function anymore. And that's what took his life. And I guess these are some of the thoughts that I had that I wrote down earlier on. These thoughts just keeps running through my head. Again, thought I'd gotten over this, but I guess I never really did. But with this new information coming in, again, my mind just goes straight to me. Again, it goes, this is me, it's my fault. Could I have saved him if I didn't sleep in the other room? Is this my fault? And I was like, no, it's not my fault. I can't do that to me. I know I tried my best to be there for him. I know I tried my best to make him know that I was there no matter what. That he could talk to me, that I was always there. But I could only try my best to do that. If a person doesn't want your help, they don't want to talk to you about things, you can't make them. So no, it's not my fault. It's not. No, it's not my fault. But that doesn't make my mind go back to me and blame me. And that doesn't take the pain away at all in any type of way. But that also doesn't mean that it's my fault. Because ultimately, it's up to them. It's up to the person, to their choice, whether or not they want to open up and they want to talk to you about things. I urge you to talk to if you're going through pain. I know this is ironic coming from me, because I don't do that. I urge you to talk to someone. I urge you to reach out, to help if you can afford it, and talk to someone if you have someone that you can trust and that is there for you, that'll listen to you. If not, please reach out to me. I'll try my best to reply to every one of you that is struggling. I don't want this to happen to anyone else. No one should have to endure this kind of pain. Alone, both the person that is struggling with their pain and the people that's left behind. I don't want it to happen to anyone else because of not reaching out. My heart's in pain, knowing that he chose to not talk to me when he was in pain. I tried my best to tell him I was there. Hell, I even begged him to talk to me so many times. It pains me to know that he'd rather go to the pills than come to me. I can't make someone talk. I can't. They'll only talk if they want to. I can't make them. I just can't. Please, I urge you to reach out. My details are always down below in the description. My Instagram DMs are always open. Please reach out. I'll try my best to be there and reply to each and every one of you that's struggling. But I promise. Please.